Hello everyone and welcome to a new modern video. We are finally playing with the card that was supposed to break modern, the best card of all time, Ugin, Eyes of the Storm. This list won the modern challenge. It's already ramp and it's playing Ugin instead of Devourer of Destiny. It's also not playing Kozilek's Return. It's playing instead Ancient Stirrings, which is a way, I guess. We also have All Is Dust in the seven slot. We still have Karn, despite the absence of Underworld Breach. The Mox Opal decks did not disappear; they're still there. Karn is also just a way to get your useful one-offs post sideboard. But yeah, it's still playing it. I can see still cutting Karn in the aggressive matchup where you bring in Dismember and maybe some artifacts in one off that you may want. But overall, it's pretty classic list. The mana base is just your classic. There is one Surveilland, which I appreciate. Always appreciate Surveilland. No Kozilek's Return is definitely an interesting choice by McWin Sauce, who definitely a deck builder I trust. When I play Boros Energy, I say that I lose to this deck mostly because of Kozilek's Return. So seeing it without it is I don't know. It's something that I didn't expect. Let's say. All right, let's begin. This hand doesn't have anything broken, but I think it's okay. I can go turn one, Forest Utopia Sprawl, turn two, Talisman Steering's top land. The Ancient Steerings will likely give me the second colorless land I need for the. Ooh, I can get red just to bluff the Kozilek's Return. Let's do it. I'm gonna get red, even though I don't have any red cards in my deck. Hello, Daniel. Basic Plains also look Pride. Okay, Boros Energy. Alright, I'm gonna go Talisman, and I'm gonna go Ancient Steerings. Taking up the Eldrazi Temple. Then I'll go Bajuka Bog. Just to curve out, not because I want to exile one card, just to curve out. But also taking Soimika Spawn. That would have been reasonable as well. Okay. Uh, mm, mm, mm. I could just go Kozilek's Command, exile the Ocelot, and scry for. Can't be that bad. Or I can just make 4 tokens, because then I will dig with the Malevolent Rumbles. As always, Karn doesn't have the, anything broken. We have explosives, maybe. My opponent will likely just play a 3-drop this turn, nothing fancy. I'll just pass now. I'll go Kozilek's Command X equal 4. I think I want to make 4 tokens. Buongiorno, Bayan. And Danielito. Alright, 7 cards for them. What's this plane? So what are we looking at in this art of a planes? Hmm. I can also just take this, honestly. It's really whatever. My left total is so high. This is supposed to be a very good matchup. Okay, Season Pyro. Plus sideboard, they could have played a Molten Rain in this spot. Blood Moon. Yeah. Yeah, Blood Moon, not good. Oh, Mox Ember. Alright. Mox Ember is unexpected. So X equal 4. How many Oddies do I want to draw? 1 or 2? I think I can be happy with 2. Gonna go Malevolent Rumble. Uh, can probably take an Eldrazi Temple. I don't want to slow roll you, opponent. I'm sorry. Just checking. Maybe I just take Emrakul. How do they deal with my spawn? It's pretty impossible, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one costs only 8. It's very, very little, 8. Yeah, I'm definitely going. Yeah, I think I'll go Emrakul. You have to take the new card, but the new card sucks. No, 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 sorry, I didn't mean to say that. All right, let's go all this dust. Missed a land drop, but that's okay. All this dust much better than Kozak's return here. Kozak's return kills just spawn. Next turn, I should have an. Oh, it also. But all this dust kills your Utopia Sprawl, so there's that. I didn't think about it. So I don't have enough mana to play Emrakul now. Well, I guess that's not true, because Utopia Sprawl goes to the graveyard, so it's the same. in a way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I still have the mana to cast Emrakul. That's funny. I didn't think about it, but when Emrakul cost only 7, it's so good. When it costs 8, it's also so good. Again, the problem in this matchup is the Molten Rain and maybe Pillage. In Utrecht, I was also playing 2 Pillage. Okay? Opponent takes my Talisman of Resilience. Mm-hmm. So I don't have enough mana to play Emrakul now. Wow. Bombardment. Trading Ocelot for a spawn. How do you plan on winning if you do this trade? That doesn't seem like, I don't know, a winnable plan, really. One just playing cards. Season Pyro. Okay. End of turn. I'll do the 2 things here. Pum pum. 2, 3. Maxing out those spawns. I think I'll draw. All right. Okay, so in this matchup, I want to cut the cards. I want to bring in dismembers. I want to bring in explosives. And then usually, I used to side in 1 extra explosives in this matchup. But now in this current sideboard, there isn't that. So we need to figure out a 4th card. I think it may just be Haywire Might. This is a way to deal with Ragavan on the draw in sort of a way. They also have a lot of enchantments, as you saw, Bombardment, Static Praise, and even Blood Moon. I don't like Ensnaring Bridge very much. Okay. Molten Rain, it's good against Utopia Sprawl. I think I have so many. No, I think I'm gonna name black now, but I do have Dismember. No reason to bluff the Kozilek's return anymore. Bonjour. Put in Bin's the God of Souls. Plays what? Johnny here? Wear Tear, sure. I was going to play Rumble. I think I still play Rumble. Looking for a so we make a spawn. Alright, I'll take explosives. Yes, I'll be in Bologna next week to play the European Regional Championship. Not the best Rumble. Season Pyro, okay. See what I discard. Flage, alright. These member. Uh, Unfortunately, I can't expose this for 3 to kill Flage. And my opponent will be able to kill my spawn and I won't be able to play all his dust. The noob Shota, I think for the 10th month. Welcome, welcome. This 2 card could have been card Molten Rain on the Overgrown Mortuary. Sure. They don't have a 4th land for Flage. Okay. Malevolent Rumble again. Nice. Do you want to tap like this? Yeah. Emrakul. Let's take it. It's a lot more mana before it comes down. I'm still slow rolling this temple. Again, Molten Rain is a 4 for sure. They can also have more of that effect. Very important to not play Obsidian Charmo, a very bad card from the Boros side. Man, 11 cards in my graveyard, only 4 types. That's okay. If opponent just goes Flage, I can't play all these dust next turn. I have enough mana with this extra Rumble token. Then it goes for a Static Prison on the Talisman. Yep. It works. I think I'll deck thin Ajani as well. Okay. Yeah, I'll deck thin end of turn. I think there's only 1 forest left, so I don't want to draw that one. So I got 5, 7. I think it's fine to go all this dust. I get back the talisman. And yes, opponent can go Flage. Yeah, Flage is definitely a problem here. I don't have an answer for it. And it actually kills me next turn. So let's hope they don't draw land. But I didn't have that many other plays, unfortunately, for me. We just definitely unfortunate that I haven't found that many types in my graveyard this game. I cited out Karn, which could have been good here. All right, let's hope they go multiple 1-drops here. No, they go 0, 1, and 2. That's brutal. Nice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still not enough. Still not enough. I could have played a Dismember last turn. That would have been an instant to cast Emrakul. Alright, I'm gonna go 1 mana explosives. Like, explosives for 2 kills my talisman. I don't want to do that. Oh, also explosives pumps my Emrakul. Alright, so begin combat. I'll destroy the explosives. Yeah. Because Gyrosos represent 3 damage. And then I don't want to dismember now. The types are written on top. It was written 4. I didn't really... I trusted Magic Online there. I think it was Kindred, Sorcery, Enchantment Land. That was it. But I didn't even check. I just trusted that it was written 4 card types. Now it's 5 with the explosives. When it goes Molten Rain. Okay. Now, if I play Dismember, I can go to 1. And then I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I draw, yeah, I think I have to play Dismember and go to 1. And now, like any land, any normal land, cast me the Emrakul. Of course, fetch land doesn't work, but also I don't have any fetchable land in my deck anymore. Yeah, the Molten Rain is very good against me. Talisman, yeah, that's good. That's good enough. 6, 6. 2, 3. Yeah, I don't have enough. All right, GG. On the draw against multiple Molten Rain can definitely be challenging. Or might is probably bad, but I just want more answers to Ragavan. I think I'm gonna submit this. I wish this Ugin was a Devourer of Destiny. Maybe World Breaker could be Devourer of Destiny. It goes with a turn 1 Ragavan. Alright. Yeah. Or might is in the deck for exactly this reason, so happy to find it on top of my deck. Much better than Carnier. Alright, and what might kills Ragavan and gains 2 life. What better than that? Great sideboard. Yeah, you guys can splash green, can splash red, can splash blue. I just net decked the challenge winner. You know, I like to net deck people that win things. And then give my opinion on the decks. I think that's a very important approach to testing, rather than just believe things and don't change opinion. All right, it's important now to play this thing, get your Eldrazi Temple going. They are Molten Rain deck, so we are definitely respecting the Molten Rain by just ramping. Blood Moon, okay. Blood Moon, historically very bad against Eldrazi. I do not descend pit. We got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 next turn. We can do our stuff. I can maybe slam Ugin and just see how it goes. Due, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll take this. What did you exile? So I make a spawn. Okay. Alright, they do lots of stuff. They do a lot of stuff. I could see myself just going all this dust here though. Ugin is good and everything, but it makes my opponent go off, maybe to go bombardment, kill Ugin and stuff like that. So let's just go for the safe line here. All this kills Blood Moon. I don't see how my opponent can recoup from here. Even if they go Molten Rain, it doesn't matter. I still have 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess it's not enough to play my 7 drops, but once you're on 6 land to 7 drop in end and Utopia Sprawl, it's gonna be hard for them to do anything. And the always does killing Bloodman is obviously the big deal. Like back in the days of Tron, the Oblivion Stone was the way to kill the Blood Moon. Through the Blood Moon. Goblin Bomb, Gianni. Yeah, maybe my opponent, if I went Ugin last turn, my opponent could have definitely killed the Ugin. You think we didn't? Alright. Alright. Take a turn. I'll start with Utopia Sprawl, naming Black. And then I probably go Ugin Plus here. And then the next turn. What? Kilajani. Gain 3 life, draw a card, draw another Ugin. Yeah, if you watched this game with a critical thought, you definitely pinpointed Ugin to be the card that clearly won the game. Without it, the game was nowhere to be won. If Ugin was literally any other card, we would have lost. I'm joking. Sarcasm. Early morning sarcasm, very hard to detect on Mango stream. Maybe later morning sarcasm would be easier to spot. Okay, the Ugin will take 3 down to 6. Ooh, Bazooka Bong. Uh, gain 3 life. Just play random cards. Hmm. I guess where Breaker can take a land, Ugin's static ability can take Bombardment. This matchup really always goes like this, to be honest. You win game 1, you lose game 2 on the draw, and you win game 3. I don't think I've ever seen Boros beating Eldrazi. And I was mostly on the Boros side. You can win game 2 on the play when your Molten Rain stops the Soimika spawn or the Kozilek's command. But game 3 will just be round number 2 on the draw. I think this hand is bad. It does have the best card in the deck, Kozilek's command, but it doesn't even have fast mana to pull it out. So I'm just gonna mulligan this hand. Alright, this one's slightly better, but I don't even know. I definitely want to keep all of this. I want to keep World Breaker as a pitch. I can see bottom in Karn. I can get punished if it's a matchup with like Mox Opal, but they're not that rare. Blue burns red, thank you for the Prime sub. Alright, let's go YouTube Sprawl, naming green. Scalding Tarn. Okay, this could be the blue-red Prowess or blue-red Murktide. When you see these lands, I think about Temur Rhinos. That can still be a thing. Alright, let's dig for lands here with Ancient Steerings. Nice. Which one do I want to pick up? Ugin's Labyrinth casts the Eye of Ugin. Sorry, the Ugin Eye of the Storm. I'm just taking Temple, though. And then I think I'm also going to run out this K command. I floating mana. I think it's okay. Steerings again. Yeah, can't be that bad to draw Steerings in a matchup that seems low. Oh, I F6 here. Gifting my opponent for free 2 energy. That was a mistake. Should have sacrificed the token of response. Okay, what does this do? Exile the top card of your library. You can play it. Okay. Let's go Steerings. Pick up another temple. Play it. I think I'll pass here. I'm wasting a mana, I know. But my opponent is mana up. I want to play an instant at instant speed this time. Which decks am I favoring at the moment? I like the Affinity deck in Modern. But I don't have to play any Modern tournament lately, so I'm just making content. Every deck seems good, to be honest. Doesn't seem like there's a dominant strategy. I'll bottom both of these. I now have enough lands, I just want threats. Exactly like that one. Man, it's amazing. We started with 1 land this game. Alright, I'm casting the thing that can't be countered. Or rather, can be countered, but... What does this do again? I think I'll take this one. I don't know. The other are just... I don't know, lands. Ancient Steering's not a stock card, but, so amazing whenever you're not pressured. Just, it was basically Demonic Tutor twice. Ayubugin is strong when you get the cast trigger of exiling a permanent. Whenever you don't, I'm not gonna play Ugin. This is game 1, so there's no consign to memory, so this deck is truly just belonging to a different format in game 1. Similar to Affinity. 4-8. I have definitely enough to play Emrakul. I think I'll cast it. 4, 9, yeah. Just have to sacrifice 1 spawn. Is the point of playing the new Snapcaster Mage? Maybe. I plan on playing the new Snapcaster Mage later. Oh, the Dragonstorm card. But Pulse Cyborg, his card is much worse when it gets like consigned, both this and its ability. Planar Genesis, that's the growth spiral. That can also be an impulse. Okay. Wilderness Reclamation. Unfortunately, I cannot counter that. Hmm. Hmm. The plan is to cast the Snapcaster Mage. And then is to cast a new Snapcaster Mage and use Flare of Denial to counter it. One in hand will be Nexus Trainer Reclamation. Pass. Opponent cannot cast the Nexus of Fate. Maybe I was supposed to play Trainer instead of Snap. Not sure. Doesn't seem hard to win this game. You need to burn their energy to flashback Galv. Yeah, could have done that as well. I still don't want to make them a land drop. It's the draw another land, and then they can cast their Reclamation Nexus. Alright, opponent passes. Attack for 18. They must have an answer. Ochavara. Okay. Uh. Okay, so my opponent in hand is actually quite bad to control because they have a Nexus Trainer Reclamation. So I don't really cast it. I don't really want to cast it. I'm just gonna go Ugin. I can go K Command and find what? Nah, I think I'm gonna go K Command. I think it's better. I mean, when Ugin, when you don't get the cast trigger of Ugin, it does nothing. 7 mana draw card doesn't seem great. Right. Um, gonna get Karn. It's kind of crazy how you can use the Kozak's command to filter your mana for the Eldrazi temples. With this, I can shut off a land, or play a hate piece. The hate piece could be Trinosphere, which I don't even think does very much. Stonebrain can't be activated. Aor Might can't be... Oh yeah, actually, I can use Aor Might. Yeah, right? Yeah. I think I'm gonna get the Might. Because then I can go Might, Talisman, and pass. Alright. Let me close this return. I don't know, guys. I just play one match. I don't miss anything. Don't think I want anything from the sideboard. It's definitely a nice feeling about playing this deck. Thank you, Dodo. Okay, this is definitely the problem that you can encounter when playing this deck. You may open like a broken hand like this, but it doesn't cast any card, so I have to mulligan it. Right, keeping this one. I still believe Karn to be not very strong. Now things are changing. Now they have 4 Consign to Memory and 4 Snapcaster Mage in their deck. I don't feel favorable anymore. And again, this deck is like Affinity. Game 1 is a buy. Game 2 and 3 is very hard. So you really have to think about it that way when you play this deck. Plus sideboard on the draw especially, it will be very hard because of Consign. Like that, everyone will have 4 Consign. You wish everyone also has Charmox. This card sucks against you, but unfortunately, opponent was lucky to find it on top of their deck with a Survey Land, so they can not draw it. I'm gonna go Steerings, get a land, Rumble. Opponent got Flare of Denial on the trainer. Wow. They nailed it. Sure. Pretty aggressive use of Flare Denial, but it works here. I don't have a second land. Okay, that's the temple. So when Miko Spawn is uncounterable, obviously I can consign it, but yeah, pretty happy if they start using their consign. Yeah, this is something that will happen. Like if you play this deck, expect to be consigned so much. Not only because it's everyone's sideboarding 4 of, it's also like a card that you surveil to the top, a card that you pick up with trainer, a card that you mulligan to. So the opponent will just always have it. You should always play around it. Wilderness Wreck. They have 2 cards in hand. Merda. What do I want to do? I think once again I go Soemika Spawn, just because this is not counterable normally. What, I'm playing a new card. Yeah, Snapcaster Consign. End of turn, opponent floats mana and casts a Nexus of Fate. That's fine. That's fine by me. We can still hope they flood out. Well, it's gonna be harder now. Opponent's playing the hero in this matchup. Yeah. The reason why the Eldrazi videos don't perform on YouTube is that actually everyone hates Eldrazi. I told myself I would never play this deck again for YouTube, but I guess, new card. I'll give up here. I can see myself winning this game, but it'll take my opponent breaking too hard on that flashback deluge. Let's just play a new game. We'll be on the play for game 3. Things will be much easier. Okay, game number 3. I'm keeping this hand. Keeping this hand. It's not great. Doesn't have any starters. I do have a turn 2 KO command if I want to. I have a survey land which can give me a starter. Like a Talisman or a Rumble or Utopia Sprawl. We got 12 starters. Okay. I'll pitch all this dust. Think I want to pass. But I want to cast this K command. Yeah. I know it's not great. But I feel like I just want to play spells every turn. To tax the counterspell deck? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Emrakul. Alright, let's leave this on top. Again, post Cyber Emrakul is not as good as Game 1 Emrakul. I think I'll go for a basic forest. I've seen a Charm off from my opponent's side, so I don't want to play too many colorless land. Yep. 34 types. That means this costs 9. Maybe I was supposed to graveyard it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's always hard. Hey, I like the talisman. I'll play it. I think I want to play Bajuga Bog because of Snapcaster Consign. And then I'll pass with this up. All this dust is bad. Like, not a card I'm excited to draw. Opponent goes Obsidian Charmaw. I'll take it back to my hand. I may even just cast it just to kill the Charmaw and put a sorcery in my graveyard for Emrakul. Okay, opponent picks up a Quarry Mountain Monastery, which exiles the top of my library. Except with their library, I can cast it. That turn, wow. Why is this so bad? Not even until next turn. Alright, that's good. Reclamation, very strong. Wish I had a Nutris claim now. Would have probably won the game. Opponent taps. I wanna 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'll get the all this dust back to my hand. It's until the next turn. Oh, until your next turn. Oh, okay, okay, much better. Okay, that's good. Okay, I thought it was an sorry, only that turn. Anyway, I'm gonna all this dust now. I think this is like a must counter. It does remove one mana from all this from Emrakul, but at the same time, it kind of gives it back. Next turn, I have enough to play Emrakul. I'm gonna go sink into Stupor. Alright, let's see what they do now. They 6 mana Thunder Troop Trainer kicked. That's very good. They got Nexus of Faith, which they can cast. Hopefully I don't get consigned to memory. Deluge. Deluge can find consigned to memory. I'm casting. Which of the two am I casting? Actually, I guess I can't cast Emrakul now. Maybe I can. Let's talk about it. Why does Sprawl? Doesn't it just die to dust? Yes, but it ramps to Emrakul. So I would have guaranteed the Emrakul next turn. Anyway, the dust can be countered by a Flare of Denial. I think I want to play another dust. Let me think what's the sequencing though. I think it's simply dust. Like if the opponent didn't sink but just use a counter spell, I would have been able to put Emrakul on the stack here. But they bounced it, so I wasn't able to. Song Crafter Mage. Okay. Yeah, I think I lose here. They didn't even play any consign. I had Emrakul mana. Yes, I did, but I thought my opponent had a consign, so I wanted to bait the consign on all his dust. Because last turn they thought for a while and used Sink into Stupor on my all his dust, so it felt like they wanted to just keep the better counter for something else. It's gonna be hard to win now. They will have access to Memory Deluge next turn. Wow, they play a 3-2 flash. No abilities. I plan on also playing a Songcrafter Mage deck later. After this video. Let's see, Memory Deluge. They will be looking for simply an answer to my All Is Dust or an extra turn for the win. Okay. Interesting. Moranga River Regent. I lose. I don't even have 7 mana to cast the All Is Dust. GG. Alright, well done, opponent. Once again, a color screw mana and that's funny. Yeah, this is I could keep this relying on the Kozak's command, but I think on game one I can't afford to lose because of that. My deck is just usually more powerful than my opponent, so I don't mind mulliganing. This is a lot of bad hands in a row. Okay, this one I must keep. It's a 5-land hand. I have to top deck. Unfortunately, this Ugin is not a devourer. It doesn't help me. Definitely want to keep all this dust. I wonder which of these I want to keep. Maybe given that I don't have green, man, I'm gonna bottom some green cards. Obviously, this hand is very bad. Okay, Arithmeza go. Be another Boros. Mulligan to 4. I think this hand with a forest can get much better. Even one of our 8 soul lands will let us play Kozak's command. Alright. Let's go to the next game. Unfortunately, we got... Let's take a card. Let's bring in this member. Let's bring in explosives and maybe Trainosphere. Opponent's playing probably the main zoo. No, I don't like Ensnaring Bridge. Alright, let's keep this. Unfortunately, Ugin doesn't let us surveil 4 at the beginning of the game. Vidavara should still be in the deck over World Breaker. Could be. This sounds good though, can't complain about it. Very good. Let's go against Labyrinth. Pitching, yeah, World Breaker. Play Talisman. Play Ancient Steering. Next turn we can cast Kozak's Man for 3. The game will be ours. I'm taking Soe Mika Spawn. And yeah, again, hard to see how we lose this. We really just got like the two sides of the medal in these 2 games. First game, we did nothing and died. Second game, literally impossible to lose. I think I'm gonna go Kozak's command now that they're tapped. It's a matchup where they have consigned to memory. Okay. Bottom these 2 and draw this. Maybe I wasn't supposed to draw so and make a spawn. If my opponent kills the talisman, I don't have a play next turn. So we make a spawn. See if they have consign. Even if they do, I'll still leave with a 33. Filtros. Thank you for the 12th month. Welcome, my friend. Thank you, Dafroji. All right. The first consign. Still having a 33 in play. Gonna go for a second Mika spawn here. Van Sultai Froculus. Never seen it. I think I'm gonna go for Ugin's Labyrinth this time. Imprint a Emrakul to it. And then play Trainosphere. Two, 4, 5, 6. I can't cast Ugin next turn. But I can cast Command X equal 5. Maybe Trainosphere on the draw, I'll set it out. It's usually a card that is just better on the play than on the draw. Your opponent shocks untapped and attacks. Okay, and cast a Ragavan. Sedge. Back with both. Unfortunately, again, I cannot cast Ugin. Due quattro. I got only 6 mana. Two, four, five, six, seven. Um. Hmm. I actually don't want any of these cards. Yeah, Ancient Steerings is not very good once you have Trinosphere. I'll chump the Raga and take 4 down to 9. Opponent is also a 9. Next turn I'll be able to play Ugin. Let's see if they hold up mana. Let's see. Ugin gets just answered by a single consign. They don't even need to replicate it. There is Trinosphere, so replicating consign doesn't mean anything. They just have to spend 3, whether they pay 1 or more. Okay. 3 mana for a Sign of Draco. That was not a good draw. Alright, what do we do now? Can I cast Emrakul? Emrakul cost 10. I have 4, 8, 9. I actually cannot. That's unfortunate. I guess I can go Ugin and gain some life. But that still leaves me dead to Trouble Flames. Playing World Breaker, destroying Sign of Draco. Yeah. Yeah, once again, Ugin just a whatever card. Alright, second pass, World Breaker has Reach, very powerful ability in the game of Magic. Devourer Destiny couldn't have done what World Breaker just did. Hey, Limb Binding for 3 mana. Takes my World Breaker. Then they can't attack. I'll go Kozak's Command, kill a Ragavan, and win the game. Actually, let's go Ugin, so we show that we won the game with Ugin. Ugin clearly, once again, winning the game by itself. Best card in the game. Definitely spend your, I don't know, €1,000,000 to buy it. Alright, let's take a Trinosphere. I definitely want Aor Might. Should have been in the deck even on the play. Submit. I'm definitely not a good content creator, chat. I should be better. The true content creator. Alright, we still need to do a catchy title, though. That makes people click because there's Ugin. Even though the card's designed... Oh, codinci, ho miscliccato. No, vabbè, this was a huge misclick. Alright, we got a top deck Forest now. Two thoughts is me? Ragavan. Forest. Sweet. Alright, great keep. Forest Stirrings. Get Eldrazi Temple. Go. I should do some vlogs. Why you always want me to work? Just let me enjoy something. Misclicked. I misclicked. Golden Rain, Territorial Kabu. Okay. Hmm. What should we do now? I could just go infinite mana, but I think I should just go K return here. Kill this draw card. Lands, please. Okay, these aren't lands. Mango instantly upgrading as a content creator by punting and not getting punished. Is that what content creators do? Content creators would just lie and say that Ugin just was the best thing ever. I did say that, although it was sarcastic. Maybe people don't understand that and they just, buy the thing. Buy the card on TCG Player with my affiliate link and I get mega rich. Lands? Lands. I know 7 drop lands, I said. I'm at 12. I'm basically just dead here. Mana base feels like a mess? What? It's the same mana base as ever. I just kept the 0 land there. Your mana base is worse when you start with 0 lands, I can tell you. Alright. I died. There was no way to avoid this loss. No way to avoid this. My opponent did have a very good draw. This hand is just as average as every hand I opened today. Also, on the draw. Whatever. I'll keep. I mean, I kept a 0 lander before. No, opponent's playing the good card. Jealous. Imagine if this card actually surveilled 4 in upkeep. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It's just a 7 mana draw card. Gain 3 life, though. Alright, that was a good draw, though. Although, Ugin does have an upside. You can put it under the Ugin's Labyrinth. That's pretty good. Thank God opponent doesn't have Natter or Tron. Or by natural, I mean sort of natural with the Expedition map. Natural with a tiny bit of fixing, Let's go Rumble. Let's hope to find as many types as possible. It's a lot of types. Hmm. It's important. It's important. I think I'll take Sanctum of Ugin. I already have a Labyrinth in my hand. I can see Sanctum being good. Next turn, I can go Summon Mika Spawn. Destroy the land you're getting right now. Because you could have multiple power plant, but you definitely don't have... Oh, wow. You get Eldrazi Temple. Weird. I guess it's not weird. That means you don't have a... I mean, obviously you don't have Tron in hand, or it would have played on turn 2, so it's not that weird, actually. Ugh. 4 Thought here. Oh no! I took my Mika Spawn away. Alright, let's top deck it again, please. Top deck so we Mika Spawn, please. Boom. Manco per cats. Alright, let's go So Emrakul cost 9. Yeah, I think I don't want to go Labyrinth Ugin. I'll just go Sanctum of Ugin and pass. No plays available. Eldrazi Temple doesn't even ramp up mana for. They could have made this Eldrazi, so Eldrazi Temple could have worked on it. Ooh, mine. The mine with a big mouth. I like this mine a lot. This is the mine that I use in paper. From the antiquities. Karn, the great creator. They'll get the Liquimeta coating and start Stone Rain in me next turn. My starting end was bad, and it really did not improve. My Rumble gave me a land, and my draw step gave me lands. Azione, Ancient Steerings, could be anything. Let's get Talisman. Actually, Talisman sucks against the Karn or Alkenseed. You know what? I don't even want to play another game. This deck was both bad and boring, which is a deadly combination. Drop from the league, don't buy Ugin. If you have Eldrazi, just keep the same Eldrazi deck you were playing the season before. It's still very good. That will be it for this video. If you watched it all, congrats. Subscribe to the channel. See you next time. The next video will be better.